guys, I'm Jessie and you're watching Foxtails. Okay, so today I will be doing my September wrap-up and October TBR. I read 5 books this month, so let's just jump right in and I'll show you what I read. So the first book I read this month is The Maze Runner by James Dashner. I did enjoy this book. I thought it could have been executed a little bit better, but I really liked the whole concept and the idea of the maze, and I liked how they solved the maze. But the characters, I was like, I didn't really connect with a lot of them. The only one I really liked was Minho, and yeah, I would give this book probably like a 3.75, just because like the beginning was really slow and that was really hard to like push through, but like once you got to the end it was really good and I really enjoyed that. I did go see the Maze Runner movie and I did enjoy it. I thought it could have been a little bit executed better too. I liked the beginning of the movie better than the book and the end of the book better than the movie, so if I could just take the two and like smash them together, it would be amazing. But that's okay because Dylan O'Brien was just... The book I read is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and I just adored this book. Oh my god, it was so good. You can click on the book or here, I don't know, there'll be somewhere where you can click and you can go see my review of this book because I absolutely adored it and it was so good, guys. It was so good. 5 out of 5 stars. Recommend this to like anybody. So the next book I decided to read, and I couldn't think of a better way to end this series, and that's City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare, because this book was so good. It was literally like a perfect ending to the Mortal Instruments. I mean, it was just the right amount of everything. Can't wait until the last hours and the dark artifices. I still haven't figured out how to say that yet. And little Emma Carstairs. I loved her. She was so cute. And Jace and his Heavenly Fire and Clary and Simon, and I loved all these characters and it made me so sad to say goodbye. But hopefully they'll be back. It's probably my favorite in the entire series. Yeah, it was so good. It was really good. So the next book I decided to read was The Infernal Devices, and it's Clockwork Angel graphic novel. And this was the first graphic novel I ever read, but I kind of read this in between reading City of Heavenly Fire. Like I would kind of read a chapter and then like add a few pages in here just to kind of break it up a little bit because City of Heavenly Fire was intense. It was intense. But yeah, I really enjoyed reading this and I'll definitely be reading more graphic novels in the future. So the last book I read this month was Rumble by Ellen Hopkins, and I read this because it was the Booksplosion book of the month and I wanted to watch the live show. And yeah, here's what I have to say about this book, just my thoughts on it. As I didn't like the book, I didn't like the characters, and I didn't like the story. But that doesn't mean it failed at being a good book. It's still a good book. I respect this book and I respect it for all the things that it stands for. And I can really like have a lot of respect for Ellen Hopkins for being able to write a book that I didn't like, but I still don't think it's a bad book. This book dealt with a lot of really heavy issues like bullying and suicide and religion, and they weren't easily lovable characters. I mean, they're real and they have their issues. So in that way, I still didn't like just the story in general and the direction it took, but I still think it's a good book. I just didn't like it. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy for saying that, but have you guys ever felt that way about a book where it's just you don't like it, but you still respect it as a book? I love Ellen Hopkins as a writer. I think she's genius in her writing style, so I will definitely read other books by her in the future. So those are all the books I read in September, and I'll show you my October TBR, which I'm going to pick like right now because I don't have a plan yet. How many books do I even pick? I don't know. Alright, these two. Let's see, let's pick like 1 or 2 more. Okay, so since this video is kind of late, it's already a good ways into October because I'm late and can't get on the bandwagon of filming wrap-up videos because I forget or don't have time, but whatever. So the first book in my TBR I have already read, but I'm just gonna like show it and then like I'll talk about it in the next wrap-up if I get around to filming that one, because who knows. So the first book in my October to be read / read, well, that book is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. And this was my first Rainbow Rowell book, and let me tell you the story of how I found this book. So I'm just walking down Target, looking at Target books, because books in Target are 20% off the cover price, and I'm like, that's a good deal. So I'm just looking, and I see, oh, Eleanor and Park. I've been wanting to read that. I've been wanting to read a Rainbow Rowell book. And I look closer, and there's a little sticker on it. And what does it say? Signed copy. Not only is it 20% off, it's signed. And it's a purple, and purple's my favorite color. Look at it. Guys, it's signed. So I gave this 4 out of 5 stars because it's still a really cute book, and Eleanor and Park, they're so cute. So yeah, I'm adding this to whatever pile it belongs in. I don't know. So the next book I'm planning on reading, I haven't started it yet, and that's Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas, because it's sequel to The Throne of Glass, and I loved Throne of Glass, so I'm gonna read the sequel. Duh. And then the next book that I'm going to read is The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas, and this has 5 prequel novellas to Throne of Glass, and I'm happy to read this too because I love it. I've only read the first book, but I already love it, and I love the covers, and I love the titles, and I love Selena, and I love Dorian and Kale and all the other characters, and I love it. So the last book on my TBR list that I just randomly picked is Paper Towns by John Green, because I've only ever read The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and I figured I should read this before the movie gets like really big, and I could be like, I read it before the movie comes out. So I'm reading this. I don't know if I'll get around to it. I don't know what other books I'll read this month because this is kind of just a guideline because I don't really have a specific October TBR list. I kind of have a busy month this month. So yeah, let's do a book stack. So here's the books, and I don't know what books I'll get to. Oh my god! This happens every video. I'm not even kidding. Okay, so never mind that. You saw the books. You don't need a book stack because I'm gonna break one of my books one day. What if one of the spines broke or the pages got bent and I'm not gonna think about it. I'm not gonna think about it. If you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me every time you guys click the subscribe button, and I love each and every one of you. And so I'll see you guys next time. Bye!